It's perfect.
Right. Hello, everyone. How you doing on this Monday? Welcome, Kevin. Welcome, Mel.
I'm
Thank
freezing
you.
my bazookas off here in Chicago.
Oh, I listen, and God bless all of you who are going to go through a real freeze tonight. Somebody was saying, "Let the faucet drip."
Oh yeah.
Well, we have a townhouse and we have a basement, so you don't have to do that, but because the basement's heated. But you don't know what's coming in from the outside.
Right.
That's true. Well, my cousins, hey Ron, hey you guys. My cousin from Oklahoma, they're batting down the hatch, and my cousin in Texas, it's supposed to be pretty bad. So
well,
you guys, huh?
Well, the grid in Texas is not any better. The goofy Governor Abbott won't do anything.
Oh, if they go down again, he's going to be forced out. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, he'll be out in the cold.
Oh yes, yes.
But you know what? Isn't that karmic for him? Because he sent those people on a bus 10 degrees above with no warm clothing and made them get out of the bus. That was horrible.
It's horrible.
I know.
Linda, I love your intro. It opens up my heart chakra.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people love that song. Apparently, it's Apache.
Oh yeah.
No, sorry. It's Lakoya. Sorry.
It's beautiful.
I thought it was coming with me.
Thank you to our peoples here. I think I just saw Lisa Foster. Ron is helping. Christine Thomas. Hey, Pam's in the house. Just Visiting's in the house. Okay, you guys. So today is a free-for-all. You're just going to ask it. We're going to take a question. Who wants to go first with a question?
I don't care. Oh.
Linda, do you still see me getting my friend's dog?
I see the dog coming to you. Yes, I do.
He's good with animals, you guys.
And if it's a boy dog, don't name it Mel. If it's a girl dog, you can make it. You can name it Mel the Divine. Okay.
Yeah, I echo that. I got the yes card.
Yeah.
In that. I almost feel like there's potential for 2 though in the near future.
Yeah.
Right.
2 coming in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. Ooh. Is that an oxymoron? A wonderful new love? I don't know.
Oh, definitely. If it's not this July, it's next July.
I'm sorry, Linda, say what?
If it's not this July, Katrina, it's next July.
Look at the card I pulled. The love card. Love is in the air for you. Yeah.
I pulled the 6 of Wands, which would be like victory. So I don't know if it's this year, but I see the number 7. It could be 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. It could be July.
I got 7 too. Yeah, July. That's what I was getting.
Love it.
Linda Rose. Oh, another Linda. Hey.
Yay.
Well, I sell my house in Florida in February and get a house in Illinois. I see the house in Florida sold. Is that the question?
Partly, yes.
And then a house in Illinois. I hear a yes to that as well.
February, though. Do you feel February?
I don't know if it's February. I see the number 3.
February.
It could be more close to March, or it could
That's
be.
What I'm thinking too. It doesn't feel right at.
But actually, you'll pretty much get what you're asking for it, so that's good.
Hey, listen, I love this one right here. It makes me think of bodacious tatas. Will Bodacia get a job Wednesday? Will the interview be a success?
I see a job coming. I'm not so sure.
I
If
don't think it's this job.
I see something else.
How about you?
I heard, do you really want this job?
Okay.
And sometimes what we think we want is not necessarily for our highest good. So I think there's something better than this one. There's something better suited for you.
Ooh, this is heavy duty. You're good at these ones, Mel.
Oh, interesting.
I'd need to know more about the case. Okay. The first thing that hit me was something like suffocation.
Oh, I just wrote that down.
But I would have to, you can call my office 847-590-5411 and let me know the circumstances. But off the top of my head, I feel suffocation. And I've got, like, when you asked that question, I got cold chills, which means truth. It just feels very suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Feels like some sort of police action needs to take place.
Yeah.
Something underhanded.
I wonder if there was an autopsy. I'd like to see the autopsy results.
Yeah.
If you can get them.
He's real good at this. So call him at his office. Thank you, Courtney. Oh, we got a bunch of, hold on. Vivian. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Patricia. You don't have to give anything, you guys, to put a question in. We have to go as we go. So, do you see me ever owning property again in Michigan?
I say yes to that.
Yes.
I see it near the water. I wonder if she's looking at maybe Saugat, New Buffalo or somewhere. But I don't know. I see it near the water. And so it's just going to be a disappointment. It seems like it's going to take longer to get that property than you're anticipating, but it won't.
Also, you guys, to those I just told these guys, but Cindy Williams died, from Shirley and
Laverne and Shirley.
75 years old. They didn't say how she died.
Well, what is that one moolah?
Just she's going through a very sad time.
It's funny. In 2016, my mom died. Then 6 months later, our dog died. She was only 6, and she had lymphoma.
Whoa.
And then 3 cousins died. And I was going through a major depression, and something said surf the internet. And I did. And I came across Chicago Canine Rescue, and it said our pets, and I clicked. They rarely get puppies. And they had 5 puppies from a high kill shelter in Kentucky. Yeah. And so I went to look at our dog's sister, and our dog took my heart. And it was amazing how she helped pull me out of that depression. So my answer to you is, I see another cat coming your way, and I think that'll help tremendously to pull you out of the depression.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just to add to that, a question about, are they okay? Yes, they're okay. They're better than okay.
Oh, God, they're better than okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
David wants to know, will my lawsuit be successful in 23?
I see a couple continuances.
Ooh.
And so it might go into 24. That's what I'm picking up.
Okay.
You guys can disagree with me.
Well, this is him holding the money.
Yeah.
More money, more money, more money. So this is success. But I can't tell you when it's going to happen.
I pulled the moon. It looks like there's a lot more facts coming to the surface.
Okay.
What do you get, Kevin?
I pulled the acceptance card. So I feel like it's you at a point, you get to decide, is that something that you're going to take or not? I feel a bit of, what's that? Something being presented to you. Are you going to accept it or not? I feel you'll be in decision there. So it does feel successful though.
Yeah. Terry, my dog Bitsy is missing. Is she close by?
Let me think.
I see green.
She will come back alive. She is alive and well. It looks to me like maybe somebody close by picked her up.
That's what I'm feeling. Somebody took the dog in.
And she'll I was in a case of a missing dog that went on television, by the way.
What's that, Mel?
I said I worked on a case here of a missing dog that went on television.
Oh, interesting.
See, the angel of light and mercy is with the dog. The dog's craving its mommy.
Yeah.
Kevin, I have a question. I mean, I'm seeing some. Are you thinking of remodeling or building or something? because that just hit me. As I pulled the tower, it just hit me, and I gotta. Usually, I don't read for people that are on, but it just hit me really strong.
We're nearing completion on our property. We're building another little house and then a work studio space for me. So yeah, good one, Mel. You must be psychic.
Psychic.
I am psycho.
You are a psycho. Kim.
66 years young today. Yay.
Yay.
You know, I think you're already able to use your gifts.
She says physically able.
I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what she means by that, but she really is spiritually able.
Maybe it's psychically able.
What's today? Today's 30th. So she's a Sag? She's not a Capricorn. She's a Sag.
No, she wouldn't be a Sag.
Aquarius. Sorry.
Aquarius.
I don't fully understand the physical part to it, but it feels like you just in that curiosity and seeking, they'll continue to unveil. You'll unfold. So in that, if there's a physical ailment that's currently stopping you, yes, I do feel that will improve.
She's had this gift from many lives before.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid of it, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is there a message for Gina from my dad, James, on the other side?
I'm being made aware of the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. So I feel like in the home, maybe within his essence, home is really important. So energy around the home right now for you. Yeah, energy around the home.
I think you might be hooked into me because The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie of all time.
Me too.
And I have Wizard of Oz paraphernalia, memorabilia, I should say, all over the house.
I have the Dorothy shoes because I gave to the refurbishment of Dorothy's shoes.
Oh wow!
For the
Ruby slippers.
The Smithsonian. So they gave me a T-shirt. I should give it to you.
Wow!
It'll just be a big stretch out where the bodacious tatas go.
Is it a petite large? Because if it is,
of course, it's a petite large.
I just think that, for Gina, she's going to start to find feathers all over, but bigger feathers. And that would be a message that, I don't know if that was Grandpa or James is around.
Thank you, Richie. Kevin and Mel, today is my birthday. Any birthday message from my guides and angels? Happy birthday, Richie.
Happy birthday. I see
all these birthdays here.
I see more training or more schooling, Richie. They want you to do it. I don't know if you're thinking about it, but they're telling, because I see the symbol of a hand flowing across paper, and I'm old fashioned. Whenever I see that, it means more schooling or retraining. Yay. That's exciting. I believe in learning and also
very good
delving into your healing abilities.
Hey, listen, you guys, if you're asking for a deceased, I know Kevin can pick up and Mel, but for me, it's easier if you give me the first name of the deceased.
Yeah.
And a specific question.
My dad, Mel, or whatever,
And a specific question, please. That helps us.
Yes, it helps us to be more specific.
Well, I get the HR.
Well, I get the HR director job in my company.
Let me look.
I see that company going through a lot of reorg and restructuring. But I wonder if there's going to be acquisition.
I think Melody is pretty powerful.
Yeah. My pendulum was a strong yes.
Okay.
I feel like this is the second time you've applied for it.
It's definitely a yes.
I see a high-level position. If it's not that one, don't get nervous because they will put you in a really high-level position. So good.
Okay. Any message from my husband, Robert, or my nephew, Leo? Did they call him Bob? Because I'm feeling the two of them are standing together.
One of them is showing me cards, like playing cards or something.
I see them standing together.
One of them.
Somebody's riding a bike.
One of them.
I don't know if it's a bike you pedal or a bike you, that kind of thing.
Oh, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I love that, Linda. We figured out what you meant. That's even. I thought it was a dental drill. They're at the dentist. No, I'm teasing.
I see Robert sending a lot of love. Leo feels like when he crossed, he was a little confused, but he's doing good now.
No, he's with the light now, though.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the recent birthday and the highlight of the month of January being significant. So celebration and another rite of passage, if you will. And then I see these fish going up the stream, and the energy is for you to recognize that sometimes swimming upstream versus just kind of going with the flow. Something about letting go for you is coming in. I feel more in the nephew, the energy of the younger one. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Kathleen, thank you, Kathleen. Now, I'm not picking anybody because you give any money, by the way. That's just, don't give money to have a question answered.
Yeah.
Will my dream of manifesting, but thank you, though. Will my dream of manifesting Shiloh, Escotted, and Sanctuary come to fruition this year? I have no idea who Shiloh is.
I think Shiloh is a Hebrew meaning peace. I don't know, but I see the number 1.5. Timing is hard for us. I don't know if it's this year, but it could be a year and a half. It could be middle part of January next. But the bottom line is it will happen. And I'm hearing it will be successful. So that means you'll be satisfied in doing it, but it'll be successful as a sanctuary as well. And that's really exciting.
That's great.
Kevin, what do you get?
I pulled a couple of cards because these ones are so direct. I got the yes card, but to me, it could feel like it's a little further out. So within that 2 years, but the potential of it, there feels like there's these other opportunities. So your participation in that will create the outcome. But yes, the answer feels yes within the strong potential for you.
Very good. G. Davis wondered if my Australian adult sons, age 38 and 43, will reconcile. Maybe, but it's down the road. They really are working against each other.
Proceed with caution.
Let me just pull a card here real quick.
I know moms love for their kids to get along.
Yeah.
But they're just two separate energy forms.
Well, they both want the last word. And I see them talking again. That's a while off. But then it's like they talk again, and then there's another falling out. And so I don't think it's ever going to be the way you want it, but talking at some point, but not like best buds. I pulled the Ace of Spades, and that means assault. That means them two not getting along.
Okay. You guys answer this one. I just got to answer real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. One other thing just on that last one is the energy of the Virgo. And sometimes in the energy of the Virgo, they're like, when they're done, they're done. So in it, up comes the co-creation. And it feels like they've just been, when one wants to, the other one is no, thank you. And so there is a slight potential that they will come together in that. But yeah. there will be, that's it. It will come, but then it will also go. So yeah. Who do we got here?
Paul Roberts. Will my workplace sales be better this year than last? Let me check. I'm working with two different decks here. I'm working with a regular deck and a tarot deck.
Oh, nice.
They're showing me like 10%. Okay. And I pulled the star. It looks like you're balancing money, or they are. But the thing is, I see another job coming your way as well.
Oh, wow. So interesting. I got the death card. So I do see some end in that. So the energy of the new, what's coming in, is the abundance. Yeah.
The energy of the new will be much better.
Yeah.
I see 6 of Wands, which is great success.
Maybe that's a new job we're hooking into.
Cynthia, right-sided stroke. Oh my God, girlfriend. Diabetes, high cholesterol, hospital stay, loss of 30 pounds. Phew. Do you see me coming back from this back to work?
Well, typically, if you have a right-sided stroke, and it can affect your speech because it occurs on the left side of the brain, it looks like there might be a little bit of expressive aphasia going on. That means you kind of want to say something. It's hard to get it out. But I do see tremendous strides coming for you in your rehab from this CVA. CVA means stroke. And, but you've got to get the blood pressure under control. My
Yeah.
guys were telling me to tell you, the blood sugar. You've got to get the blood sugar
And the blood pressure.
and the blood pressure.
Yeah. I got the battle card, so recognizing the challenges, but what's optimistic about this is that there's some choices. So twofold, what's coming, but also your participation in it. So doing what you can to influence that. Yeah.
And I got, take care of yourself. Be cautious.
Yeah.
40 years. Oh, girl, you must be tired.
Wow.
Do you see me retiring in 2 years?
Well, MJ, even when you retire, you won't fully retire.
Yeah, she's going to have something on the side because she's always making money.
Ooh, you'll have a side job, girl.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she'll give the court cases. You can work as a court, person.
Or consulting. I don't know what it is. It's something
Hold
fun,
on. Why is that door? Oh, God, you scared me.
What do you pick up, Kevin?
Okay.
I got the energy of new beginnings. So yeah, in that, just your potential, like the volcano being a little bit active there, it just feels in your energy. You'll kind of keep doing things to keep you busy. But yeah.
I just heard my front door open. It scared me to death because I didn't have my gun right with me. And it's my beautiful boy. He just came
I've
home.
been doing my readings for like 50 years, and people say to me, when you're going to retire, I go, I semi-retired. That means I'm working 40 or 50 hours a week instead of 70 or 80. I don't know if I can retire. I like what I do.
I'll never retire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
A second. Sorry, Sherry. His name
is... hi, Sherry. How are you? He's showing me jambalaya. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
I think Sherry lives in New Orleans or Louisiana.
Yeah. He's inviting you to change the language, Sherry, around it from was to is. His name is still Carl in that. So his energy, he is very much alive, as you know. So in that, I feel like he works with you. So what you're doing, your success on your channel, I feel like you just feel him in that support. So yeah, just change the invitation to change the language. He still is.
And Sherry, I'm feeling a laugh. Why am I feeling him laughing? Like he's laughing. Like you and him had some good laughs together. But he had some bad habits too, he's telling me.
I see him dancing around. Like I can hear Cajun music and I can just see him dancing around.
Yeah, he's there. But he enjoyed to laugh. And he might have had, I don't know if he was a smoker or a drinker, but he might have had some bad habits.
I used to smoke.
You did?
Yep, I did.
I can't imagine that. I tried to smoke because I wanted to be cool like everybody else, and I would get sick as a dog.
I loved it. All my dad's family had tobacco farms, or in the South Rockcombe, we say they had tobacco farms. And what do? You roll your own cigarette and you smoke it.
I think one of the first time I tried smoking, I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I was out my bedroom window and there I am smoking, choking and smoking. I don't know which one. But my brother and his girlfriend came walking up the street. Oh, I got busted. And anyways, I quit. I was like, cold turkey, I quit.
I quit 10.5 years ago right before my open heart surgery. So only took triple bypass surgery for me.
I know if you're a smoker, you can't even get like a liver or anything. They won't give you nothing unless you're not a smoker. So Divine, she wants to know if she moves from Texas to Colorado, is that the best thing? And it shows absolutely for me.
Colorado. Yeah.
It's funny. I see you surrounded by mountains with snow caps. And so Colorado feels absolutely right. I see you out of Texas, so I hear a yes.
That's so great. I got the milk and honey card, and that's a yes to me. More of that, please.
Phoenix, thank you all. You're so welcome. Will I ever have a healthy relationship with my family, especially my older siblings, Amelia and Hugo, and their children? Or should I just move on?
Here's what I'm hearing. Keeping things at arm's length doesn't make you a bad sister. It makes you a healthy one. And forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or condoning bad behavior. It means you move forward. So I'm hearing, don't get hung up into the mischief. Divorce yourself from the mischief. That's what my guides are telling me. Actually, your guides are telling me to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? That's so funny because their nose is up to her. Like they got their nose up in the air.
Mm,
Like they think they're special and she isn't.
yeah. I
Don't
feel
be a
like,
fool. Walk away.
I feel around the children though, and I feel like that's where the potential is to hold them powerful for the ability to change. So what's being modeled right now, it feels like they're kind of limited, but I think as time goes on, you might have opportunity to be in the relationship with them, which, when they're of the age to be in their own decision. So
I hear a yes to that, by the way.
yeah.
With the kids,
Fantastic.
but not with them.
Fantastic. Will my daughter ever find love? I know that one, Ann.
Tomorrow at 2:30.
Oh,
Yay!
Yes.
yes. Mm-hmm.
And a happy home life.
Oh, good.
Actually, she'll end up with a very nice partner who has no addictions or anything like that, gainfully employed. And I see the number 13, my favorite number. It could be 13 days, 13 weeks, 13 months. It's not 13 years. So.
I just talked to a woman. I had a show in Benicia the other night, and she said, Linda, you gave me this list of things that was going to happen, and nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, bing, 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 was several years later, but it was exactly how you said it.
I've had people
don't ever lose faith.
I've had people tell me that, like, I wasn't going to come back because nothing happened. And then it was like years later it did. I'm like, well, nobody wrote the book on timing.
No, we can't do time for, different over there.
All righty. Kim 7. Messages from my guides, angels regarding my health. Will I ever be able to work again? And do they hear me when I talk to them? Absolutely. I don't know if you work outdoors, if there's something about the outdoors feels really supportive in this. And I don't know if you travel for work or used to travel for work, but I see like movement. So in it, I do get the yes that you will be able to. It might be in a different capacity to what it used to be. But yeah, there's a potential. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All I can tell you is I'm tuning into this Native American medicine woman. Her name is White Dove. And she's telling me that your time on the planet is not done because your work isn't finished. And that's what came through.
Thank you, Barbara, for your donation. Thank you, Carmen. If I'm missing anybody, I'm so sorry. Okay. Look at Maria. She said, hola, Linda G. Aloha, Shirt and Kevin, amigos.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Maria.
Haciendo frío y medio aquí en Chicago.
I'm currently on a spiritual journey with meditation and manifestation. Been super anxious about some weird vibes at school. Should I be worried? Thank you. Canada.
Canada. Hello.
Let me see. I'm sorry, I was distracted for a second.
I know when we get weird vibes, it usually means something, especially if she's connecting with the journey. And sometimes when you just connect to the journey, people will say, but my life is falling apart. But what they don't understand is once you connect to the soul energy and you basically sign the contract, they will remove anything that's no good for you. Sometimes it's even related. They'll say, oh my God, my husband left me. And I'll say to them, but you weren't happy, right? And at first they're like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't happy. So things happen because they're supposed to happen. Pay attention to the weird vibes, though. Maybe it's time to look outside of this job and go to someplace else.
Yeah.
I think the weird vibes at work is something called claircognizance. That means we know, we don't know how we know or what we know, we just know. Yeah. And you're also an empath and you're hooking into that. And I agree with Linda. I would start looking outside of that job for something else.
Yeah.
I think
you could be picking up negative from one of them there.
Correct.
What did you see, Kevin?
Just not placing more fear into it. So yes, definitely tune in and listen to it. That's your inner knowing. So in that, it's like feed it with more of the joy and delight. So in it, it's almost like a distraction or a bit of a reroute, but not to place more fear into it.
That's good. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't worry about something you can't control, but start looking.
Yeah.
Start looking. Just in case the universe is trying to give you a heads up. Will my daughter ever leave those toxic friends and boyfriends with the drugs? Oh my God.
Well, sometimes you have to eat popcorn, drink Coke, and watch the movie, because if you tell her they're no good for her, it could push her that much closer. Spirit shows me the symbol of the open eye with her. It means knowledge and awareness. So her eyes will open to them, and her eyes will open to the drugs and all of that. And I see a new group of friends. However, the universe tries to get our attention. If we don't pay attention, it hits us over the head with a ton of bricks. So universe is trying to get her attention. I see some police problems around her, but that is Spirit's way. This is future to open her eyes, to hit her over the head so she pays attention. I see her doing a complete reversal of her life. More schooling, being drug-free, nice friends, all of that. But it's going to be a journey.
Yeah. I saw this little, it's curious, a little bonsai tree, and all of the leaves fell off of this tree. But then in the regeneration, they start to bloom again. And in that, I pulled a card just to clarify, it's the miracle of it. So in it, interesting enough, the smoke from the lamp there, she will be in that energy. It's like what she signed up to for the lessons. Sometimes all the leaves need to fall off, but that rebuild, it will come for her. Yeah.
I got the 10 of Cups, which means happiness, joy. But I also, the first one I picked was the Knight of Swords. So I think somebody, could even be her, gets in some legal trouble. And that catapults things, and you say, oh, no, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Life lessons.
Tracy wants to know, will she ever have grandchildren?
2.
Ooh. That was fast.
I guys to tell her 2, so I did.
Yeah.
Cool.
I see a boy first, the energy of the boy, male.
Wonderful. And it says, be patient. Don't be thinking that's what makes the world,
Well, when God was handing out patience, I stood in the attitude line, so it's not really my virtues.
Phyllis wants to know, will my husband's blurry vision improve?
Oh.
I wonder if he's got an MRI of his head.
I'm feeling pressure in his eyes.
That's what I feel. But I do see improvement, yes. Will it be 100%? No. But it will improve, yes.
Okay.
30 years ago, I was at a spiritual camp where a medium asked, who's Jimmy? I had no idea. She said, you will know. 6 months later, I knew. What exactly did she mean? Soulmate? What exactly did she mean?
I don't have a clue.
Well, she probably, or car could be a male or female, but probably had met a Jimmy, just didn't know what the purpose of that person in their life was.
Sometimes it can be a spirit guide. Sometimes it can be a significant other.
Joan. My name is also Linda, but it says Joan. I had a dream last night, and my brother Ricky came to me and said, we are all here waiting for you. I am 66. Was that what he meant to say? No.
Yeah.
No, he just wants you to watch your health.
Yeah. Yes. The one thing about spirit is they will never leave us with a sense of fear. We've misinterpreted. So it's not to say that they're not waiting for you, but it doesn't, I mean, they're not attaching time for it. Yeah. So don't misinterpret.
I've had so many dead people tell me to their loved ones, tell them we're here. Well, one day we'll see them again. So,
yeah. It was funny. Right before I had my bypass surgery, actually about 4 or 5 months before, I kept dreaming about all my relatives, and they loved to play poker, and they were all playing poker. And I was mad because they wouldn't invite me into the game. And I kept having this dream almost night after night, and I couldn't figure out what it meant. So when I went to the doctor, and they said, you need to be a bypass surgery because if you have a heart attack, you'll die, the dream registered. Oh, they wouldn't let me play because they're telling me I'm not ready to cross over yet.
There you go.
And that helped me pull through the surgery, actually.
Thank you, Starlight Worker.
And Carmen, thank you so much.
So Bob wants to know, will his friend Cindy beat cancer? His or her friend, I guess. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I got an absolute yes.
The peace card.
I pick up the word lokahi. That's a Hawaii word meaning balance and harmony. So I pick up the word remission.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard that at the beginning. Entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only.
Oh, there you
go. Let's say, Linda, I couldn't see what it said.
It says F you. No. You fracking freaking.
F-U loquacious Tata.
Does my mom Mary, who has passed, have a message for me from Sheila?
Mary. Uh,
She's giving me the smell of something sweet. I wonder what kind of perfume she wore.
Yeah. And I feel she worked hard all her life.
She did. And she has some back issues, but other than she's very proud of you and she loves you.
Yeah.
She's also with the other J female name, and she's highlighting the month of May, and she comes in with a strong faith. So whether that was her religion, her beliefs, she comes in with that, and she's acknowledging you for that. So however you would language your faith, that really is a support. She loves that. She loves that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt someone who worked hard all her life, but she's very light right now. She's in the presence of the the realm. She has a good heart. She may have difficulty in life, but she's through it now. She wants her daughter to know she's okay.
Mm.
Yeah, she is okay.
Yeah.
I can smell her perfume. That's what came through.
I felt someone hug me the other night. Scared me to no one was with me, but I'm curious who it was.
I think it was a spirit guide. I don't necessarily think it was a dearly departed. I pick up a guide. I don't know the reason of the hug unless you've been maybe going through some turmoil or something. Sometimes they just let us know that we're going to be okay. I just heard the word guide.
And they love how you're curious about that, where you're in that knowing that there's that safety and not to put fear around it. And they invite you to be in the conversation. So you have your own ability to be in that communication. Get nosy, ask the questions. Who are you?
Yeah. And also, don't hang out at that bar anymore. Watch out for the homeless. That's who hugged her. That homeless guy down at the bar. That's what I got. No, I'm just kidding. It was a guide. Look at that. It was a master power.
Oh, interesting. I did have a guide. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. KT wants to know, will she get her SUV this year?
Oh.
I see an F2V, yes.
Financing, something to do with wait a little bit more into the year because cars are going down in prices.
Yeah, I got the proceed with caution. So be selective in that and really evaluate. Do you want it's almost like, do I want the used or do I want the new? Get really clear in that. Mm-hmm.
I would get black on black, but I pulled Pinnacle, so that means you'll have an increase in finances. So I say yes.
Oh, that's good.
I will wait till September or October.
September, October. Thank you to Cheryl, Maria,
and Starlight Worker.
Thank you, sweetie. My mother Gladys and father Ralph together on the other side. You know what's really funny? When I first saw this, I heard a man say, "Not if I've got anything to do with it." I'd love to know if this Ralph had a good sense of humor because he's like teasing, Oh, Lord, I'm away from her. I don't know. I got no intentions of being with her again.
Somebody did. I mean, you know what I heard when you said that? He's saying, yeah, as long as she'll let me go to my man cave, I'll be okay.
Right. They've got their own quarters. Mm-hmm.
But I felt teasing. I felt it teasing.
No, it was teasing. Yeah, it wasn't like.
But it definitely feels like a lot of love. They've definitely had a life together before. And also, I heard, Patty, they're very proud of you. I'll be curious what Kevin has to say.
They're together. I mean, it's like the duality. They get to be where they want to be. And in that, yes, they're in the same place, if you will. Right. And so, yeah, it just feels like their own independence in that. So that layer of humor, I feel that more from your dad, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like their relationship could have been turbulent on the earth plane. That's what I feel, like thunder and lightning, but I see them together on the other side. But his humor is coming through for me too, because I just get this insane desire to laugh.
Right. Now, did I hit something and accidentally pull them off? Oh, geez, you guys, forgive me if I did do that. I was trying to keep the comments coming. Geez, we got 2,242 in the house. I'm looking for a new job. Will I find it soon? I actually feel yes.
I see 5. I hear May. It could be May this year or May next year.
There's 2 5s, Mel. How about that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. May feels good.
New job after 6 months off, ready to retire in 5 years. Will this job last? I feel 2 years with this job, but no problem with another after. I know she's tired. She doesn't want to have to look for another job.
Well, I'm seeing like within a year and a half, I see the number 1.5. It could be a change in job or job title. So I don't know if it's a step up or promotion or whatever, but it's not bad. It's something for the positive. Actually, you'll retire in about 7 years now.
Okay. Ooh, that was a happening.
That was
I love it, girlfriend.
That was a godlike experience.
That was a god life. That's that consumption that happens. That's what happened when I was standing on the path, and I gave you
the healing.
the healing.
Yeah.
It's ginger ale.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was thinking you were drinking your own piss.
I've heard that could be healthy, but I've never tried it. Believe me.
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember Airplane?
They were lying to you. That can't be for you.
Remember that movie Airplane where they said due to a mistake in urology, the apple juice is not being served today.
That is such a funny movie.
That was so funny.
You put the yellow stuff in the refrigerator in the ginger ale bottle.
You know, this little woman, this does my grandmother Ong Say Hong. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Sorry. It has a message from my family. I almost felt like this woman was kind of a go-getter, you know. She's like telling you what to do. But she's doing this. Do you remember Moonstruck when he called from the mother's house? Shh, 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 shh. My mother is on her deathbed. And the old lady was in the back and she was doing this. Yes. The Italian lady. That's what I'm feeling this mother. And then she hangs up the phone and her mother says, "What happened, Loretta?" She says, "I don't know. I could hear a big mouth in the background."
I love the name, the ukulele bug. Which I wonder if she lived in Hawaii or
I don't know.
I'm getting this whole idea of, you know, somebody very hard worker showing me leis, all kinds of flower leis, and like the smell of plumeria. And it, you know, she was a hard worker.
Yeah.
Well, we all work with our hands, but I don't know if it was like, I don't know if she liked making quilts or sewing. Somebody I see like stitching, but boy, she's a driving force and giving everybody, or it's trying to give everybody like, I don't want to say work ethic, but energy to work and all of that.
Yeah, ukulele bug. She's saying to take the risk, your preparation and all the things that you've done. Take the risk. It feels supportive. So if you're in that indecision, lean into the energy of that adventure, like moving forward. Feels good.
Okay, so I don't do past lives unless I see them. Like if I'm reading someone, I can see a life. Do any of you guys do past lives?
See what we get. How many lives?
You know,
thousands.
I find it amazing when people do past lives. They never go back past prehistoric. They never go back to prehistoric times.
Yeah.
Some do. Some famous hypnotists do.
Well, no, but when Daniel asked this question, it was like I saw a past life of him in a cave.
Okay.
You know, like during the Ice Age or whatever. I did not say Neanderthal, did I? I did not say that. But I mean, that would tell me there's many past lives. I don't do past lives reading. No. I can, but there's many of them.
Sometimes when I'm reading someone, I can tell that someone in their life was from another life. Yeah.
Right.
And not to take away from your question, but what they're saying is this is the most important life. Correct. And so that goes for all of us. But yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to stay hung up on the karma of those past lives, by the way.
Right.
Thank you. Oh, it's in the music. Ness, Patrice, Ness. God, it keeps going. Linda, Kevin, Mel, Trisha. Thank you, you guys.
Thank you.
I don't even see these coming up. They're on the top. Trisha.
They're hard to see.
They're going.
Yeah, they're hard to see, you guys.
Thanks, everyone. So
So
kind.
my deceased boyfriend, Larry, keeps giving me messages through mail. What is he trying to tell me?
Stop reading the mail. No teasing.
What is he trying to tell her?
I feel like he wants you to open up to your own spiritual gifts, your own spiritual abilities. And in it, it's like sometimes we think we have to go chasing what the message is from the sign. And it's a lot of the times to acknowledge kind of the experience, the thought, the things leading up to it. And then we get the validation of that sign. So perhaps just the invite to be in the energy of that and your own gifts.
I just had some automatic writing that happened. And it came through, just know that he is around you. And I'm sure you probably feel that, but maybe you've been asking for signs. I don't know. But, you know, it's not a harbinger of anything bad, by the way. It's just knowing that he's around you.
Yeah.
Right. And also, I feel like you tell him, I've heard you. Now talk to me directly.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Yeah, I got the mail.
Yeah. You got mail.
That's in the mail.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Thank you, Jenny.
Love you too.
Thank you for checking on Amy. You know, Amy, the one, the reader, Amy Truth Warrior. She was going through a little bit of freak out episode. I have a very rough couple of years, homeless to buying a house in the Catskills. Am I on the right path?
Paths, plural. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, oh, girl, even by this September, you should be looking at new beginnings.
It's like you're coming out of the hibernation, and you'll stay out of the hibernation. When I got the word paths, they show me the medicine wheel. You know, sometimes the red road on the medicine wheel is the hardest, but we learn more from it.
Right.
And so spirits are very proud of you. And it looks like your money will increase too. It was divine intervention.
Very good. You went through a lot, but you probably accepted and you're doing well. Will the homeopathic remedies I've been taking for the past 9 months improve my chronic fatigue syndrome?
You know, I can't answer a question about medication because I'm not a physician.
Yeah.
My advice is if it makes you feel better, do it. But before you do anything, check with a physician.
Check with your physician. I do see some sort of, like I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. So I think she'll be okay down the road.
I do see the chronic fatigue syndrome getting better. Yes.
Yeah.
And I got a yes on my pendulum. Things balancing out.
Does my father, CJ, have a message for me? I'm currently estranged from my mother because her and her boyfriend's narcissistic abuse.
That's so interesting.
I see that a lot.
Yeah. Dad says it here again. It's okay to keep it at arm's length. You know, you don't have to be a victim to them. And so, you know, she's not going to open her eyes to the narcissistic boyfriend. But Dad is protecting you.
Yeah.
And he's leading you away from that dysfunction with mom and mom's boyfriend. And he says it's okay to stay out of that dysfunction. That's what
don't put up with it.
I instantly heard community for you, Barbara. And so in that, we get to be in the decision of what that community looks like. So that's still important. There's still that energy of having people around you, boundaries, of course, but you being selective around that feels good.
Great. Will I ever, HM Lab, will I ever get my act together?
I think it's together a lot better than what you think it is.
She's probably too hard on herself.
I think
so often.
Creative female. In her creativity, in her connection with her femininity, she will find source.
This is where you feel wounded and backed into a corner like you've been beat up. But I see you pulling out of that. And, Pentacles. Yay. I think, like I said, I think your act is a lot more together than what you think it is. But I see you moving forward in many positive directions. That's what
I pulled the 7 heavenly virtues, and that's all about the just the goddess, the feminine energy, and you really stepping into that, the embodiment. And I feel like all the layers that you're releasing is allowing you to step into that and really see it for yourself. So yeah, deeper into that trust.
Yeah, and listen, honey, but I never thought I was right. I always thought I was
Mm,
wrong. I was raised in a pretty rough environment, and I was always thinking I blew it. And even when good things were happening, I would sabotage myself. And all that passed once I connected to the higher realm. And
Mm.
then all of a sudden, they just said, you're going to stop that bull, and we're going to move forward. And that's what happened.
Linda, same way. I never felt good enough, talented enough, any of that.
Yeah.
And then, I was always psychic. I've been doing that my whole life. But when I really started, you're right, going into learning about the spiritual realms and stuff like that, it helped a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we open up, because someone just made a comment, life is too short. Yeah, and I understand that comment, but it's people can have short lives and do a lot in just that short lifetime.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about the length of the life. It's about trusting in faith and knowing you are loved. I mean, I don't care if your parents rejected you, who rejected you, you are loved. There is an absolute Allah or whoever you believe in, there's an omnipresent energy that once it connects to you, because in my life, and it's a shame, half my life now, but I have never been happier in my life because
Mm,
I've never felt this good. I've never felt so much peace. And even when I go to get upset or, we have our natural, oh my God, I gained another pound. Um, they always telling me to shut the F up.
yeah.
When you were talking, you talked about what a lot of people did in their short lives. It came to me from my guys. Look at what Jesus did in his short life.
Yeah, we do measure it by the time, and as we know, time is an illusion, and so in it, we are always with the ability to be in the choice of accepting gratitude, and in
Exactly.
that, it's love, y'all, and we have access
It's
to
love,
it,
you guys.
each and every one of us.
Oh, did we do on this? Oh, Ness. I'm working on a creative writing project. Any suggestions?
Feels good.
Well, number one, stick to it.
Yeah.
Don't give it up, but don't try to force it either. Because sometimes if you try to force it, it is. So you got to put it aside for a while. But I hear the word success.
Mm.
And get out of your own way. Sometimes when we look too much to the project or too much in the past, we're putting walls. Just get out of your own way, breathe and relax and see what comes to you. Because this is new beginnings.
Yeah, there's a channel, there's an opportunity for you in that kind of getting out of your own way in the mindfulness. So in your meditation, just sitting, there is a channel for inspiration there that'll help with your writing. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Grandmother Rosemary, date of birth 12/17. Does she have anything to say from the other side?
She's showing me hummingbirds. I see all these little hummingbirds flying around, just like, hummingbirds.
She feels like she loves beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so cute, but they're busy. They're always busy, and she's busy doing her stuff on the other side. But this idea of beauty, absolutely.
Right.
I hear her. I don't know if she's one of the three girls or you're one of the three girls, but the three sisters. And then the acknowledgement for you about a recent triumph. So something in your life, she was there to just to celebrate the triumph. So yeah, it's like the doors are opening.
That's very good.
Excuse me, the ice went down wrong.
Oh boy.
Okay. Oh no. Martha said, look at this. Oh no. Oh, Martha, those babies are cute.
Aww.
I found, okay. Let's see.
Well, can we take a moment then to send just peace to the victims and their families?
Yes. We put the white light in the realm. Listen, a lot of these people, I know this sounds strange, already knew that they were destined. These people who are giving their lives up for these crazy people kind of already know their destiny. It's really weird. Immediately, I see white lights around them, like assisting them with the crossover. We're learning something from this.
And surround their family with white healing light. their families. And let's pray that at some point we can have gun control in this country, because this never stops.
Yeah. Rob wants a message from his mother, Peggy. He asked that 3 times in case we didn't get it the first time.
Cool.
What's around? Is that a lei around his neck?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, she's sending him all kinds of love.
Aww.
She's sending him all kinds of love.
She's sending him roses.
He was a cute baby, by the way. That's what she's telling me. He was just the cutest thing when he was little.
Look, she's sending me roses, and it's like, I wonder if there's some celebration coming for the people here among the living in the family. I hear new partnerships, celebration, travel. Wow, that's cool. But she's sending roses as well.
I know. How about you, Kevin?
New beginnings. It's new beginnings for you. And then I pulled one of the animal spirit cards, and it's the grasshopper. So again, about taking that leap of faith and just allowing, yes, how you feel, but to move through the fears of the things that are kind of like stopping you. It just feels like in that, on the other side, there's the joy. And also she was highlighting the month of September being significant in connection to mom. So.
And she's showing you'll be successful in career. That's what.
Yeah. Mark Rhodes wants to know, do I have guides? Do the guides have a message for me? Thank you, Mark, thank you, Dr. Thomas.
Is this the Mark we know?
Thank you, Erika. Yeah, Mark. In fact, Kevin just read him.
Oh, cool.
He called me up and said, oh my God, girlfriend, he's useless. Mark, you know I'm just teasing.
He told me the same thing.
Oh my gosh, I love you both. My 2 favorite psychos, y'all.
Bless your heart.
Bless
your heart, exactly.
He was like the most wonderful human being. In fact, when I come back from Malibu, Mel, you and I have to sit down with him to talk about our San Francisco event. Maybe we can
Mark,
invite Kevin to come too.
I see a lot more where there were once dark clouds, and I'll say it this way.
Yeah.
I see them lifted.
Yeah. It's so interesting. It's like how our perspective. And so in the energy mark of our perspective, it's like we can see it as a roadblock or we can see it as a building block. So you allow that building block energy to come in where it's like it's rising you up and it's kind of one at a time. It doesn't have to be a roadblock.
Right. He's coming out of the struggle finally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm hearing? Where there was once tears, there will be laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Beautiful light. Mm-hmm.
And those chocolates are amazing.
She's going to get to go to Sedona.
Oh.
Well, Lisa, we get an opening. We're going to put you in there.
There you go.
I was going to say you have to ask Linda.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I feel someone is walking on my bed for years. Who is this?
Oh, send that one my way, would you?
Oh my goodness.
It feels like a young man.
Young kid, yeah. Younger. Mm-hmm.
Someone that's around could even be a past life person.
Wow.
I pick it up as a very playful spirit.
Mm-hmm.
See, I see it as more of a guide, actually.
It's interesting. It's like they come in when you think too much. So it's like almost like an invite to not be in your thoughts so much. And I don't know if you connect with the number 4, the repetitions of the 4, but it's like to kind of distract you out of that repetitive thinking is one of the aspects of why they come in. Mm-hmm.
You know, I just have to say something going back to what we were talking about, you know, the positive aspect of thinking.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, Debbie, she lives in Louisiana, and they had a house fire, and you know, they're out of their house. They're not going to be able to be back in the house maybe for 5 or 6 months. Wow. I guess there was an insert and it combusted like up in the attic, and thank God nobody was hurt. You know, none of their critters were hurt.
Good.
But she has got the most positive attitude about this. She's coming to Africa with us, her and her son, and she goes, nothing's going to keep me from that. And she's like, you know, we're going to have to live in an RV. We've got this lined up. We got that lined up until the house is finished. But she just got the most positive attitude. I would be like pulling my hair out and telling the doctor, give me Valium, right?
Right.
I just have to say, whenever, she's just such a light to people when tragedy happens, that she's choosing to try to keep it as positive as she
She's
can.
connected to the realm.
Yeah.
Those who are really connected never freak out about nothing.
Well, that's my message then to a lot of people here, and to myself as well.
Yeah, we needed to hear that too. Be in the choice of that. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what this is. My LTD from Guardian get approved.
I don't know what that is.
Long-term disability.
Oh.
Thanks,
honey.
It's a psychic, Kevin.
That's an easy question. It feels like this person's been waiting a long time.
Oh,
almost a surprise. Ta-da, it's approved. Yep, it's going to be approved.
The number 22 card, which is literally my favorite number, my number, and it's the blessed card. So yeah, it's like a long, arduous. I actually think the 22 is perhaps the amount of time that will kind of go by, but yeah.
The answer is yes. I feel 2 delays with it, but the answer is yes.
Yeah. 11 years ago, someone had passed, tried to ask me for forgiveness. When I tried to guess who's something, yelled no. Huh?
How do we get that?
It was someone who had passed tried to ask me for forgiveness. When I tried to guess who, something yelled no. Who was that?
Oh, probably someone in spirit tried to ask Paula for forgiveness. I don't think it's an earth being. I think it's from another life being.
That's what I'm picking up. I'm just not picking up anything with it hardly at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. Spirit doesn't sit in the emotion of like looking for forgiveness. They are so beyond that. The closest emotion we can put to it is love times infinity. So in that, don't let that unsettle you.
I'm moving soon. If so, is it with my girlfriend or by myself? Tracy. Oh, I think with the girlfriend.
I'm working off 2 decks here. So
what do you think?
I pulled the 3 of clubs, which would mean fulfillment of highest hopes.
Okay.
So I would say yes to that. It looks like there's a little bit of dissension going on with Tracy and her girlfriend, and it looks like there needs to be some better communication. And I think you all need to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the girlfriend's kind of acting out even. But
well, the South Thunder and Lightning, which means disharmony. But what do you get, Kevin?
Well, I'm feeling into it, and it's like I pulled a card and it says opening to love, but there is that kind of flame on the heart. To me, the potential right now, there is something that's there. It could kind of go either way, and because there's 2 parts, there is it's almost like an even split for me. Is how I feel it. Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, my birthday is February 7th. What do you see from me this year?
A birthday cake.
Actually, I can answer in 4 words: an increase in money.
Oh,
that's what I'm hearing too. I felt money too.
Yeah.
Ooh. February 7th. Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
I would say success. She's on the horse of success moving forward.
Yeah.
Oh, Pentacles.
Yeah.
And leadership. You being in that leadership role. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Step into that.
Oh, Anne. Well, my dad called to apologize to me. We haven't talked for 6 months.
He's not going to say I'm sorry.
No. But I do see some sort of event or something where you guys are standing together. You guys will reconnect. I'm not sure when.
But it's not like he's going to say, I'm sorry. It's just like the actions that he takes will show that he's sorry, and you all will just start talking again.
Yeah.
Right. To those of you just coming in, we announced that apparently there was a shooting in Florida. 10 people are dead. We'll look at that later. And also,
wait, how many people?
10 people.
Oh my God.
Also, Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley has transitioned. And I predicted, I think on my last thing, I said there's a very famous woman getting ready to pass in show business.
Let me look up something. You guys go ahead. I'm looking up shooting in Florida.
Okay.
I feel, and just into this one, I got the do it card, which feels more like your initiative or your kind of persistence around it. I pulled two clarifying cards. One is the Angel of Miracle and Abundance. So in it, it does feel like a reconcile. And don't get too caught up on the details. It's like, don't go back into the details of what was done or not done and this and that. Just moving forward when there is that reconcile. It does feel there for you.
Never mind. It's 10 shot, 2 dead, and it's in Lakeland, Florida.
This is from WFLA. Lakeland police are investigating a shooting that left 10 people injured Monday afternoon. Investigators said the shooting happened near Iowa Avenue North and Plum Street around 3:43 p.m.
Oh, gosh.
Police said there are 10 victims, 2 with critical injuries and 8 with non-life-threatening injuries.
Oh, that's terrible.
One was shot in the abdomen and another shot in the face. Oh, dear God.
Oh, my Lord.
As of this report, authorities have not identified a suspect or released a motive for the shooting. Taylor said a dark-colored Nissan four-door pulled up to the scene and 4 male shooters started firing from both sides of the car. This is something that doesn't happen in Lakeland, Taylor said.
Wow.
They will find them.
They will find them
soon.
Mhm.
They're going to find these shooters within the next 3 days.
Yeah.
So, you guys, it's a little over an hour. Should we do this one and one more, and then we'll call it a night?
Sorry, I just wanted to look that up.
That was great. Thank you.
Thanks.
So Joyce wants to know, will it be easy for us to sell our business when we decide to sell?
Actually, yes. I mean, typically businesses are on the market for quite a while in this economy.
Yes.
I see it so fast.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Within a month of you putting it for
Oh my
sale,
God,
once you make that decision.
And look, the 10 of Pentacles. Very good.
Very, very good.
Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm just hitting one here. Will my children's books be successful that I should continue with working on more?
We're all shaking our head.
Yes.
It's
I
like,
think that's a group yes.
yes, and
Yes, absolutely yes.
yeah.
Even if you give it up, Spirit's going to call you back to it. I pulled the devil, which is not bad, actually. It just means get out of your own way and continue to write.
Yeah. Yeah. And books, it's the plural. There will be several
Books.
in that.
Yeah.
Just don't
Thank
take
you,
it
Oz.
slow.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dr.
fine.
Thomas.
Terry, just don't take your books to Florida. Governor DeSatan down there will ban them.
Oh my gosh.
1 second, you guys. 1 second. I was just I wanted one more. This woman was talking about her son, and now sorry I missed it, but this one is a good one. Well, my 2-year-old nephew be able to speak. He is behind in this area for his age. Listen, my son did never speak.
Yeah.
I see him speaking, yes.
Yeah, he's a select mute.
It could be on the autism spectrum. I don't know. I can't diagnose. But I do see him speaking. Absolutely, yes.
I do see him speaking too.
Can I just after Kevin, you finish, can I just throw in one real quick, Linda, that I see?
Sure.
Kevin, I'll wait
Go
for you.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I got the fortune's wheel, just the luck and the right timing. He's just coming into his own voice, and in that, not to place more worry into it. So it's just like, yeah, in his own time, he will really find his voice. I think he's going to be really scholastic, like really an academic.
My son is a select mute with
He's very bright.
anxiety disorder, and my son taught himself to speak Japanese.
Yeah,
Wow.
He's highly intelligent.
He does it in the privacy of his room. And if you came in and said, "Hey, Jeff, how's it going?" he would just look down and say, "I'm fine." He doesn't communicate with his brother. He does. He's a perfectly good kid, but he's brilliant, just like that.
Mhm.
And they were all paying attention to him, which caused more anxiety.
Yes.
And he didn't speak.
It's like, leave me alone. Let me do my. Oh, yeah.
Okay, what did you want to answer?
There's
please?
a one from Mob, and I think maybe we should answer this one. She says,
Okay.
I'm about to lose everything, going through so much strife. I'm scared I'm going to lose my place in 24 hours. Will I be okay?
Oh, Mom.
I just saw that. My eyes just caught it. My guides told me to look at it. I do see a roof over your head and food on your table.
Yeah.
And even though it's got to be horrific right now, it will get better. It's just going to take a bit of time. but I don't see you homeless.
Mhm.
The angel of light and mercy stands with you. Now, don't forget, you got to breathe and hand it over. Be in faith, know that everything will be okay. A bit of a struggle is here, but there's help coming. And the angel of light and mercy is with you.
There's some divine intervention coming.
It is, yeah. And you just the acknowledgement with the energy of the purple in your courage, and that you will have your pride and it will be met with the abundance. So you are divinely supported in this. Call in the angels, call in your team. There is that support for you. So
I pulled the card of victory.
yeah. Oh,
Very good. So
very
don't worry,
sweet.
sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also surrounding you with healing energy and prayers.
So this was fun. Maybe next month, you guys.
Yeah, let's do it again. This is fun.
Sounds good to me.
That's fun.
Thank you
We had a
for
great time. Thank you, you guys. Thank you for
Lovely people.
2,267 in the room. Thank you, you guys.
So good.
This has been a really fun collab. Really.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, we got good peoples. You know what I'm saying? We's good peoples.
When they-
Anybody,
Then
actually.
they got her menses.
We
Yeah,
got good menses in the house. You know what I'm saying?
we're here.
All right, you guys, you take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Well, thank you
Thank
to
you.
everybody that helped. Ron, everybody, Lisa, all you guys that helped with being moderators. Thank you so much. Lucky girl's there. Hey, lucky girl. Cheers.
Bye,
What's my
everyone.
dog's name?
Mhm.